10:24. Oh, come on, I'm getting 1 Peter.
Hebrews 10:24. I just got that.
I think you messed it up.
Find it.
It's near the end of the Bible.
Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Hebrews what, 10, 24?
10:24.
You get it?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I
It took a while.
finally got the new King James convert changed.
There we go.
So now
You've
it's
been
all-
converted.
Yes, I'm
Oh.
Hard to see.
Flashes. Give him a flashlight there, Garrett, JB.
No, I can see it once I focus it.
Who wants to read it?
Glory.
24?
Looks like a long one.
24.
That's not that long. It said,
I'm just
and
kidding.
let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds.
There you go.
Like, you know, Gary giving us cheese, that's
So-
pretty good.
So what two things does it say that we should be doing? Well, I'm sorry, what are we trying to do?
Encourage one another toward love, or push each other towards love
Stir us up.
and good deeds.
Yeah, so we're trying to stir up people, and how's it saying we're going to want to stir it up? Through two things.
Considering one another.
Well, love and good works.
Oh, the two. Okay.
Loving, yeah.
Yeah.
So, how can we motivate acts of love? How can we stir up others through acts of love? Stir up. What do you think it means to stir up people? Stir up.
Get them excited, get them encouraged.
Encourage. So how can we encourage others to acts of love? Acts of love. How can we encourage others to acts of love?
Say Walter shoveled the snow.
The snow thing's going around.
Now, we just don't have any snow to shovel right now.
It's coming, it's
You guys
coming.
shoveled a lot of snow. I always use the
I've been
snow
doing it all
runs.
winter. I mean, I'll go right around the corner. Hit-
So
Well,
Walter encourages us to shovel other people's snows.
Yes,
well, just like,
especially if you got an old neighbor who, you know, who's kind of like,
Yeah.
like I
So-
did before, the inviting other people to do corn giveaways, cider giveaways, that way they see the act of love you're doing, so they do the.
they do it.
They
Good
do it.
point. I like that.
And-
So when you hand out corn or apple cider, what do the people usually say?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
I love
thank
it.
you. All right. So yes, thank you. And then what do they say?
Lots say bless you, something, you know, everybody says different stuff.
I'll say,
It starts with a W. W-H-Y.
why?
Yeah.
W.
Why are you doing?
Why are you doing this?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Why are you doing this? Right. So sometimes motivating people, we explain why we're doing it, and that actually, we're doing it because we want to help people, we want to obey Jesus, we want to be caring and loving, and we want to exhibit all that stuff. So if we explain why we're doing it, it actually motivates people to do it. Yeah.
So I think that I've also seen that people who have leadership, like they lead in loving others, and then they show leadership in acts of love, and it's contagious. It motivates other people to do the same.
Hopefully.
Lead by example.
Yep.
For example.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, being around people that are, more of, it is infectious,
Sure.
even the word and all that, it's-
Yeah.
So again, how can we motivate one another to good works? So it says love and good works. So I think we've already talked a lot about good works. How can we motivate one another to good works? Again,
Well,
I
if there
think-
was ideas, should you bring them up in a group like this, or do you bring them up in a group like the church? Or, I mean, when there's ideas that you do see out there that you go, hey, that could be good, you pray on it, you feel like it's a good idea, I mean, where do you bring that?
So we
So
talked
who's-
about you having an interest in growing stuff.
Well, I mean, variety of things, I mean, I come across a lot of things,
Slow down. So
Well,
we
there's
talked
variety.
about you
Like-
having an interest in growing stuff.
Encourage
Yeah,
other
like
people
that
to
for
take
So,
bikes.
so we talked about that, so I've given
Yeah.
your name to people that are doing that. So we've talked about that and we're kinda getting here, moving towards that, so they're gonna be growing plants at Gage Park, and hopefully you'll be part of that, right? So,
But yeah, that's one thing, but I mean, there's a variety of things that are good,
let's do one at a time.
yeah.
Yeah, don't overload.
So how can we
I got
motivate?
lots of time though, I know, like, you guys have jobs and stuff, I don't, you know,
How
I
can
have like lots of time,
You have lots of time.
mega time.
Go, Dave, go.
How can we motivate one another to grow plants that maybe provide fruit to those, or vegetables that, to those in need? Number one, we show leadership. Number two, we have a passion for it. But we also have a passion for loving God. So that's should be our ultimate motive.
Yeah, Gary and I had another example there, something to do with bicycles, we
Oh,
fix
bicycles.
we get young adults to help us fix bicycles, we pass it on,
Yeah.
we give those bicycles to kids.
But we should be passionate about having perfect bikes.
Oh, we're getting some out of the box. Lorenzo's getting them from the States,
Very nice.
ready to go
So
in the
somebody's
box.
volunteer donated? Somebody
Yeah,
donated
somebody found in the States, a guy who came to visit us in the church, he apparently gets these bikes that are brand new, and all we gotta do is get the customs papers, and Lionel's gonna
Wow.
pick them up at the border.
That's awesome.
And that was Lorenzo's faith. He says, one day we're gonna get them in the box, brand new. So,
Wow.
So how much we gotta pay Lionel to go get them?
it's voluntary, don't worry about
There
it.
you go, cause
Voluntary.
you,
He's loving
why?
people,
Cause why?
because he's spurring others to good deeds.
Let us consider in order to stir up love and good works.
Okay.
Let us consider one another in
Yeah.
order to stir up love and good
Yeah.
works.
So you guys have created a team, an
Yep.
atmosphere of serving. Right?
Yeah.
So Lionel says, "What can I do to help?"
Right? And he knows why we're doing it, so he's on board.
There you go. You might have to pay for his gas.
Well, we can do that. We have a budget. It'll come out of Lorenzo's ghosty
A
budget,
gift
but
card for a gas station.
yeah,
He said he can't say no to that because it's already been purchased.
that's right. Here,
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with that? So I've already you got to take it now.
yeah.
Good. So we're in the next 4 minutes. I'm not going to get the other 2 points done. So you'll have to get the podcast still.
Yeah, okay.
From Pastor Jay.
Gary's got notes, so not worried.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good. So I'm doing prayer at City Council on Wednesday night.
Oh.
So if you want to come, you can come. If you want to just pray, that would be pray for
What
me
time's that?
praying.
What time's that?
It's 5. Starts at 5. So
5
they
p.m.?
do the national anthem, and then I get to open in prayer.
You've done it before, right? You've done it. Yeah, that's
I
cool.
guess there's a mix. Like there's two kinds of prayer. There's probably a generic prayer and there's probably an offensive prayer.
Yeah.
Like, please God help these people, these buffoons, make a decision, or
Stay away from
God
that
bless
one.
this crowd. There's
Yeah, yeah.
probably there's a mix between the two.
How would you do it?
God bless these people.
Well, you gotta have the mix between the two. You don't want to be a generic like bless us all.
Right.
Do one of these. God bless everyone here, and let's put this LRT to rest. It's not talking about it.
And,
anymore.
and you don't want
You don't want to come back again.
you don't want our prayer to be offensive.
Yes.
That's going to turn people off. It's not going to stir people, motivate people for love and good works.
Sure. I do pray in Jesus' name, so
Oh,
I
good.
make sure that part gets in at the end.
I think that's
Sure.
good though. You do that at the end.
And I actually try to keep it very short because they're there to do other stuff. So,
Yeah.
So,
Well, you might want to pick one or two things on the agenda saying, just mention it, blessing that particular topic that they're going to talk about.
right. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You just kind of squeeze in
Yeah.
real quietly. Give Gary a raise.
Yeah. The city.
Yeah, the city of it. I'm out there trying to get you to retire, and I know you want to raise.
Maybe so. If I should say something like, make sure you close the doors to the sewage areas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you be really pleasant?
And may the workers
Take that $1 billion from the government and put it towards your sewage, please. It's that simple. Forget the LRT, help your sewage, and probably half of you people don't even need to be here if you do those two things.
God, please help that golf course to be profitable again
Yeah.
after 10 years of losing money. I have no idea.
Rebuild that
Oh, if it
restaurant.
wasn't for my wages, they'd probably be making a fortune.
Get that restaurant renovated, eh?
It does, you want people to make good decisions, right? So
Yeah.
that we can affect the atmosphere, like, if there's an atmosphere like Gage Park,
Yeah.
it affects people how they.
We work there.
Whether they stand up or lay down, right?
That's right. Oh,
So
there you go.
So I wanna bring that kind of atmosphere only with everybody staying
So
in their
speaking
chairs.
speaking of loving your neighbor, or Gage Park is doing another carnival, or we are doing.
Oh,
one.
are we?
Yes, we are. Gage.
When is
Yeah?
it?
May.
May?
Yeah. Lionel will be there.
And it's his son that has that stuff, right?
Yeah, Lionel's
has
son
that-
does the all the bouncy stuff.
Yeah, he's
That's
got
what he
that.
does for a
It's a
living.
business.
Was it that
That's
early
the-
last year?
Yeah, May
Was
somewhere.
it May? Yeah.
So is there a budget for this? Like, is it?
Yeah,
We don't
probably.
charge money, so.
Well, we gotta pay for the bouncy castles, all that stuff. So yeah, it costs a few grand. Plus, we gotta pay for the prizes and all that other stuff that goes with it.
So is that where our cell group offering goes to?
I don't
Pay the
think
carnival?
so.
Pay for the carnival?
No, I don't think. I don't think
That'd be a
we
big
can cover
offering.
that carnival.
No, it might actually be, come from stuff like that.
Yeah.
Love your city.
There's a bowl again.
Here,
Gary.
we need the offering bowl. That's a good segue into the offering. If you wanna support the carnival, here's your opportunity.